Hey everyone, welcome to the Hangout today. We got Jaron, Joanne, and Tom on here today. We're going to be discussing the 1 hour workday IBK style. Okay, and believe it or not, pretty much any business that you're in, you can run it in about 1 hour a day. Now, we're not talking about one straight hour. We're talking about a 1 hour in total minutes over the course of a day. Okay, does that mean you got to sit at your computer for 8 hours? No. What this means is that taking 2 to 3 minutes out of your day, sending a post out, and then just carrying on with whatever you're doing. Okay. So we're gonna talk about the different places, the use of the software, what to say, and so forth. We're gonna get the panelists to come in here and give their thoughts on everything they're doing. But I want to start off the hangout today with a congratulations shout out to Tom Marguccio. You know, Tom and I have been talking for the last little while. Tom was struggling, like a lot of people out there were struggling. He was getting to a point of getting frustration. You know, pulling his hair out, almost going to look like me with no hair. You know, he was just getting to a point of being totally frustrated. And then we had our little mind cleansing session. Okay, and then Tom went to work, started doing what he needed to do, and boom. Tom, tell us what happened.
Well, Carl and everybody, you brought up consistency and persistence and passion. It was really hard to get passion going. When you're not successful, the passion is kind of hard. But then I had to put that behind me and say, well, look, I got to start to do what I have to do. And then I started to do the posting, do my timeline, and do all that on a consistent basis. And so I say, I want to prove this thing that's going to work. And sure enough, and a day in and day out, I was doing it, and I got results. So, and that was a major thing for my passion. You know, it gave me the passion. You told me that's what I was going to do. And sure enough, I felt it. You know, like it's usually the first sale, sure. And it wasn't even the one I thought it was going to be, who was a friend who was going to do it, but the one came in just before that, and it was great because it not only helped my passion, but it helped the passion of Tam, you know who I'm talking about, and that brought her in, and now she's enthusiastic about it too. So it really had that one sale had a major effect on me, but on another person that I brought in, and now I have testimonial. I have a testimonial that I can use in my posting. And that's an important factor too in the plan, in your plan, which now I'm going to start using. Which I used some of the profits to get a haircut. I got my haircut, and now I'm going to do the selfies, and I'm going to use I need your help a little bit on that, you know. But we'll talk about that later. But yeah, it really helped in order to get the hair and all the things needed to make it move forward. And I'm really feeling good now, Carl and everybody. And you can do this. This is definitely a doable thing. You just have to be persistent, consistent, and follow up with the people. You know, and don't let anybody out there bring you down. And that includes the people that are asking for information. And that's a whole other story. Maybe we'll talk about that later. But thank you, Carl, for all your help. And here I am in a different place and feeling good about it.
There you go. You know, I mean, that chat we had the other day, I was a little bit hard on you. You know, and I know I was hard on you, but it was the only way I could get the message through. And I mean, our conversation, folks, we were talking about the passion. You know, you can hear the passion in my voice in everything that I do because I just love what I do. Okay, and when I get involved in a business, I love the business. I love network marketing. I love it to death. It completely frustrates me a lot of times, but I love it so much that I always find a way around to let my passion do the driving for me, right? And this is the conversation that Tom and I had, because Tom, he just couldn't get the passion. I mean, he was so frustrated. The passion just wasn't there. I could hear it in his voice. I could see it in his reactions and everything like that. And I says, Tom, until you can feel the passion, you know, the passion has to take over your body. And then that's what's going to drive everything. And sure enough, you know, he just got down, started to think passionate, started to think positive and everything, and boom. And now the guy is like all smiles. Okay? And this is how he's going to be forever, because this is only the start. This is only the beginning of everything that he is going to experience. And I'm telling you, anybody who's listening to this, that's what's going to happen to you. But you've got to get out of that funk. Okay? Everybody gets into that funk. You know, I always talk about people when they start businesses, they start with a defeated attitude already. And when I talk about that, it's because they're coming from some place where something did not work for them. They're taking that same the feelings or the same mental attitude from one to another. You can't do that. You have to actually walk out one door and then walk in another door completely fresh. Okay? I know it's hard to do, but you have to do it. Until you can learn how to do that, until you can learn how to walk away from a mess or whatever it is that's not working, and then just open a new door and start fresh. And you know what? It's hard to do that. I know. It's the mind cleanse that you have to go through. It's almost like a punishing thing you have to do to your mind, because it's going to hurt. It's where you battle your own ego to try and allow you to be successful. Because your ego is going to constantly tell you, you know, that little guy that's on your shoulder here is going to be constantly poking you in the neck, right? Saying, no, you can't do it, can't do it. And you got to get, poof, you got to knock that guy right off the shoulder and just say, screw you, I'm going to go and do this, okay? But that's the hardest part you're going to go through, is battling that ego or that other voice inside your head. Okay, you got to battle that, and you've got to get through that. And when you do, you'll have a Joker smile just like this guy.
Yeah, and Carl, I want to add something to that. You have to prove it to yourself before you can prove it to other people. You Absolutely. Have to actually, and you have to do it in spite of the fact that you're not getting something at the moment, but you still got to believe that it's possible. But you got to do the work, and the work is what's going to carry you through to the other side, and that's what it did and does for me.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about what it takes to be the success. You know, you got Alicia Walsh, who's done over $30,000 in here. You've done, you know, we're not even going to put Billy in here because he is the company owner, although he is an affiliate like us. You know, his numbers are up there too. But there's other people like Lindsay Davis, and there's a few others. I can't just think, but Lindsay just comes to mind. There's a few others that are having some great success in this business, and it's all because they're following that drive. They're letting their passion drive them, okay? And once you get over that hurdle, I'm telling you, the sky's the limit. There is nothing that you're not going to be able to do, and the money that you're going to be able to make is going to be amazing. I mean, you know, I've been very fortunate over the years. I've had some really, really bad years, and then I've had some great years. You know, I've had some months where I've made $30,000 in a month. You know, more money than most people make in a year. I've done that in a single month. And it's possible with anything. You know, I've done $1,000 in a single day 3 times with IBK. Okay? I've had multiple 300 and 450 days and 600 days and 750 days. Everything is possible. But what makes that happen, everybody, is your passion and your drive. It's not luck, okay? Forget it. It's not luck. It's your passion that's going to drive you and make you money, okay? Anybody who's successful in business, whether it's a network marketing business or a brick and mortar business, if their business is successful, it's because it's their drive and their passion that gets them there. It's not luck, okay? Luck has absolutely nothing to do with anything, okay? And if it does happen, then I guess there is luck there. You're lucky that happened. But don't expect it ever to happen consecutively, because it won't. It's like walking up to a slot machine and hitting the jackpot. The chances of you doing that are like millions to 1, right? Okay? That's luck. When you walk up and that happens, that's luck. But when you become consistent and consecutive day after day, that's passion driven. That's focus. And that's what's going to make you money. That's what takes you apart from a network marketer to an entrepreneur. Okay? Passion is what does that. And you've got to have that. If you don't, then you know what? It's like having a part-time job. You know, if you got, you know, you're getting 10 hours this week, you're going to make this much money, and then maybe next week you only get 3 hours. Okay, that's what it's like. It's like life is making you adjust to whatever it wants to pay you. Okay. As an entrepreneur, nobody tells me how much money I can make. I tell me how much money I can make. You tell yourself how much money you can make, and that's how it all works. So let's go across the panel. I just want to get some insight, you know, of what everybody's experiences is. You know, whether you've made money, whether you haven't made money, we need to know, and the people listening to this need to know what your drive, what your focus, what your passion, everything is regarding IBK. And I mean, you know what? Lay it on the table. You know, if you're frustrated, lay it on the table. Let's see what we can do to mind cleanse you and bring you in the right path to get you going. So let's start with, let's go over to, you know what? We're going to do, yeah, okay, let's go to Joanne. Joanne, let's go to you, and then we'll go over to Jaron, okay? So come on, let us know what your experience, you've been in it for a while, let people know how long you've been in, let them know what your experience has been up till now, okay? Good or bad, it doesn't matter. If you're still struggling, whatever it is, lay it on the line, because there's people listening to this that have been in a while and may have the same experience you're having, okay? So, over to you.
Hi, Carl. I just let everybody know I have a bit of a cold, so just bear with me. So I got started in IBK middle of May. I can't remember the exact date, but I know it was middle of May. Yeah, I got it all set up and was joining. Wasn't in all the groups, so I was joining groups at the beginning, and then getting into the routine of posting, and I got lots and lots of leads. One day I got 30 leads from that. That was really exciting, having, you know, because that never happened to me before, so that was very, very exciting, and really great feeling when you wake up in the morning and there's messages and people asking you to send info or about requesting for your link, so that was pretty awesome. And you know, lately I've been really frustrated and I haven't made any sales yet, but I'm going to tweak some things and, you know, start doing more, being a lot more consistent. And Carl, we talked about this, you know, and just really being consistent and, you know, just, of course, you know, just letting your passion shine through and letting you shine through, you know, and because everyone's unique and people are attracted to different people, and you know, one thing that I always wanted to get on top of, you know, was always, like, I check my messages at least twice a day on Facebook, just because I want to get back to the people and you know, just answer them, and if they have any questions at all, just, you know, of course respond to them and of course follow up. And if they choose to answer you, well, there's really nothing I can do about it, so, you know, just keep going forward. And yeah, back to you, Carl.
Okay. Well, you know, Joanne and I had a conversation just prior to the start of this hangout here, and, you know, I feel the frustration. The same frustration she had is what Tom had, and a few other people I've talked to, and it's all a matter of being a little more consistent. You know, most people that get involved, like that are getting involved in IBK, are doing the very basics. Okay. Now, the very basics are running the software. The software is great. It does 80% of the work for you, but it's targeted into one area only. Okay? That's the one thing that we all have to understand, is that you know, when we're joining the groups, and you need to be posting to at least 100 to 200 groups a day. Okay? If you're not posting to that, then that has a lot to do with whatever kind of results that you're getting. You need to be getting in front of people. Facebook has a limitation of around 200, okay? So we like you to keep below that, just to keep under the radar, and so that you don't upset Facebook or anybody else that's out there, okay? But you need to be posting to that. Like if you're a member of 800 groups, post to, let's say 180 to 200 a day, and one set of groups on Monday, another set of groups on Tuesday, and so forth all the way through until you're done, and then you just recycle back again. The other thing that people need to know is that there's a lot of changes that have gone on in Facebook and in the groups too, okay? Whereas the majority of groups allow you to post once a day in their group. If you post more than once, there's a good chance they're going to complain to Facebook, and Facebook will start watching you, and that's how you end up with bars in front of you, right? You sit in that nice little cell called Facebook jail, okay? So let's avoid that. Nobody needs to be there, okay? A lot of other groups, I would say about 30 to 40% of the groups out there want you to post only every 2 days in their groups, okay? So let's be completely safe. Get yourself involved in 400 to 600 to 800 groups, okay? Our software allows you to join groups a day. You don't want to join any more than, I would say, 50 groups a day. That would be it. Spacing the intervals anywhere between 12 and 20 seconds apart, okay? That's what I'm going to tell you. Up to you to do whatever you want to do, okay? When you're posting, the same thing. Post between 12 and 25 seconds apart, okay? And never the same number every day. So if you do 14 seconds today, you'll do 18 or 19 seconds tomorrow, and then 21, and then maybe 14, and then maybe 17, or whatever it is. Be different every single day, okay? In that. Don't use the same numbers and the same groups every single day. You need to alternate them. If you're only a member of a couple of hundred groups, then break them down into hundreds. Do 100 one day, 100 the next day, and then if you're only a member of 200, then on the second day you start back at 100, and therefore that way you're staying compliant with everything that's going on there. You're not upsetting anybody. You're not upsetting any of the group owners or anything like that because they think you're spamming. Nothing like that will ever happen to you, and people will have a lot more respect for you when you're not spamming their groups. I mean, you get some people in there that I've seen that put like 15 posts a day in there. It's like that's not going to make you popular for sure. The other thing you want to be doing is you want to be, like I say, telling a story. Let people know what you did that day, and just say, this is why I can do this, because I have this to thank for it. Now, again, maybe you don't have any sales. Does that matter? Okay, you don't lie. You don't say you're making sales when you're not making sales, because that's another thing you're going to have to deal with down the road, because that'll come back to bite you. Don't ever do that. Okay? But, maybe you found this, and this is what is made you so happy, stress-free, and stuff like that. Maybe you're not making money yet, but the point is that maybe you're enjoying yourself a lot more because you're doing this, and you know it's going to come. Okay? If you have the passion, you show the passion, it's going to come out. Here's an example I want to give you. A lot of people are saying, I'm seeing so much stuff from Australia, all these videos from Australia, all over the place with IBK. Well, IBK originated in Australia. Billy Brady from Australia originated it. Okay? What Billy tells everybody to do, and what I tell people to do too, is get yourself on video. Okay? If you're shy, you know what? Break through it. My first video, if you ever find it online, I'm sure it could make 1 million hits because it looks like I'm an idiot. Okay? With sweat pouring down my face and everything, and I'm stuttering and everything like that. You know what? It's going to happen, but people will know you're real. Okay? Don't fake it till you make it. That's not going to get you anywhere. Okay? Be real. People today want to work with realistic people that they know are genuine. Okay? So get on there. I don't care. Do a 30-second to 1-minute video. Say hi. Say, look, this is where I'm at. This is the passion that I'm feeling. I don't have as much stress today as I had yesterday. This is why. Message me. Don't even give your link out in the video. Just say, you know, somewhere below this, I've either posted a link or I said send for more info. Do it. Send for more info. Do it now. Right? And that's the end of your video. That's simple. You'll notice that a lot of people in Australia are making a lot of money in IBK because they're doing videos like that. You know, I see, what's her name? Tanya, I forget her last name. There's lady Tanya. She does about 3 to 4 videos a day. Okay, and she's posting them out there. There's quite a few of them that are doing videos all the time there, and I do videos all the time. You know, that's why I asked the panel, come on the Hangout, get exposure out there. Okay. So before we go any further, let's get over to Jaren. So Jaren, you know, give us some feedback as to what's been happening with you when you started, what's happening to you up till now, just everything that's going on with you with IBK.
Yeah, man, I started IBK a little while ago, and yeah, when I joined, I saw really the potential already in it. When I joined, I saw all these other people making these $150 instant payments of commissions. I mean, when I started out, I started to post and using the materials inside IBK. And the training side, when 3 days later, I made my first sale, $150. I mean, guys, it's awesome. And I'm also currently promoting other offices side because you can use IBK other software poster to use other offers, and I've made some good money with it as well. So all in all, IBK, it delivers a value training and course which you learn how to make money online, and it's just awesome, guys. It's you see, everybody's making money with it if you're taking action, if you're going to implement it, of course, you know. But it does work, and yeah, I'm excited as always with it, you know.
You know, and even like yourself, Jaren, I mean, you know, we talked about you sitting at the cafe there. You know, you're taking your selfie, you're doing a panoramic shoot and stuff like that. Yeah. You know what? 1 out of 2 people now have a smartphone, okay? And, you know, regardless of whether people think selfies are stupid, selfies make you a lot of money. And I will do selfies all day long, regardless of what anybody says. Because every time I make a selfie video, wherever I'm at, I make a sale.
Well, honestly, say that was the funny thing you say, because of that video, that's a sale came out from that. I mean, I was enjoying my lunch, and while everybody was rushing, I was sitting. It's nice weather on the terrace, and I see guys. I mean, man, I can afford to do this. You know, it's great. I mean, it's just awesome.
Well, and that's just it. You know, we all come to this industry to escape the workforce and stuff. We're looking for the financial and time freedom. That's why people come to network marketing. Okay, that's what they're looking for. And you know, at the end of the day, it's all about the money. I mean, I talk about this all the time. Okay, you know, the beautiful part is about this is that we've got a fantastic product that works absolutely insanely, because I'm even using the IBK software for my other business I've just started, and I've already made sales through that from the software. So this is a generic software that you can use not only to market and promote IBK, but you can use it to promote anything. I market IBK with my other program now. I market them together. I actually tell the people that are in there that you need to get this software to promote this program, because this is going to cut down your time and increase your sales. And it does. You know, to date, I joined April 14th, and to date, I've made just over $11,000. Okay? And over 90% of those sales came from the IBK software. Okay? All that software did all the work for me. All I did was the follow-up, and you've got to be doing that. You know, if you don't follow up with any leads, if people are asking you for links, you give them links, and you don't stop there, okay? Because that is a 100% lead. Anybody who asks you for a link, that's better than an opt-in, 100 times better. Because now most of those people that I get anyways, they come off of Facebook. And when they get on a Facebook, what's the next step to do? Can any of the panelists tell me? What's the next step you do once they get back to you on Facebook and ask you for a link?
Get them on Skype.
Get them on Skype. Okay? If you're not on Skype, after this hangout, you go and you set it up on your computer and you get it. You put it on your smartphone. Okay? That is the most powerful tool you will ever use. I do 90% of my closing on Skype. 90%. Okay? Probably closer to 100. Because everybody that I connect with on social media, I immediately get them on Skype so that we can have a phone conversation. Okay? Now, if you're saying to yourself right now, well, I don't want to talk to anybody. Well, I'm going to tell this from me to you. Okay? If you're not willing to talk to anybody, don't expect to make much money. It's not going to happen. Because the first thing people want to do is they want to know who they're buying from. They want to talk to the person who they're buying from. I can't tell you how many sales I got in IBK because someone else, they went to somebody else's site and they never responded back to them. And then when they came and asked me, I phoned them right away and they bought from me. Okay? Every single one of us on this panel and anyone who's listening to me and anybody else who will listen to me, you are my direct competition. Okay? I will get on the phone and talk to anybody who asks me about my product. And if they tried to contact you and you didn't get back to them and they came to me, I thank you for the $150 that you just gave me. Okay? That's for the past, the present, and the future. Okay? Now I'm here to help mentor you and mind cleanse you and do whatever I possibly can to help you make money. But if you don't take action and you don't do your follow-ups and stuff, I'm telling you, I'm going to get your sales. Okay? Because I'm a workhorse. I do not stop. And everyone on this panel knows that I don't stop. Okay? I don't allow excuses. I don't allow anything to happen. Okay? I'm not threatening or anything. I'm just telling you the reality of business. That I'm going to show you how to connect with people, but it's up to you to make sure you connect with them. Okay? So Tom knows this. I've had many conversations with him. Same thing with Joanne. Jaron, I'm just getting to know, but I think he gets it too already. So I would rather you guys get the sales. There's lots of money out there for everybody. But if you're going to hand them to me, I'm not going to say no. Okay? So just know that. Okay? So let's talk about the 1 hour workday. Let's talk about what you need to do. I'm not going to go in, I'm not going to do any screen sharing today because that will just take a lot of time. I think I'd rather just kind of talk to you all about what you need to do on a daily basis. Joanne and I just went over a little bit of that this morning of what you need to do. So if you got a piece of paper, you might want to just kind of take down some notes here on what you need to do. Obviously, this will be recorded, so you'll be able to go back and listen to it. But it's, you know, if you want to start making these sales today, this is what you've got to do. This is what I do religiously every single day without skipping a heartbeat. Okay? And it's about an hour or less. I can do it about 45 minutes a day. Okay? So here's what you're going to do. The first thing you're going to do when you get online in the morning, you're going to send out your good morning post. Okay? If you're not doing it, start doing it. Okay? Do your good morning post. Always add a picture to it, whatever it is. Don't care what the picture is. You know, it should be morning related, like a good morning picture or something like that. But that's the first thing you're going to do. You want to always welcome and greet everybody that is your followers and your friends in the morning. Okay? Then you're going to go and you're going to set up your IBK software. Okay? You're gonna have your groups ready, whichever group you're going to be doing. You're going to have that ready. You're going to write your content. Your content should be this. Okay? The content should be basically letting people know what you're doing that day. Tell the story, okay? Because they're going to follow you. These people are going to follow you, and they're going to see what kind of person you are. If you are copying and pasting the same content every day, that's going to get old to them, and they're going to move on. If any of you ever follow my stuff, you will see that my content is different every single day. I never post the same thing, okay? And sometimes I'll even grab other people's contents out there, modify it a little bit, and post it. So talk about what your day is, what you're looking forward to in the day. I don't care. Maybe you're going to go for a walk in the park or something like that. Okay? The whole point is that, here's an example. Today it's kind of cloudy out. So I would say, today is kind of cloudy, it's overcast, it's rainy. I might go for a short walk today and just see what the day brings me. Because sometimes I need to go and I need to walk around and look at the birds and the trees and the flowers and all that kind of stuff, because that's what opens up my mind. I need to see what's going on around me, okay? When I'm sitting at a desk, I can't see that. Maybe if you got to go to the window and look out the window and see. But during that time, there's going to be other people out there pondering the same type of thing. What's going on in their life? What do they need to do to make that change in their life, to go from just getting by to enjoying life and living life on their terms? And then I will finish off it by saying, if you want to be able to live life on your terms like I do, where I can go for walks anytime during the day, I don't have to commute and go and sit in a cubicle, then maybe ask me for some more info. Okay? You really want to ask people for info. I mean, you could give them your link if you want, but here's the uncertainty that you have. You won't know if you post a link out there if anybody will actually go to that link. Okay? I mean, you can have a tracker and everything on there, but a tracker is not going to track who that person is. Okay? It's going to track the click. Now, if you ask them to request info from you, well, you know who it is. You have them locked right into Facebook, right there. And then the next thing you do is you get them to add you as a friend. So now they're locked in permanently. And then you get them onto Skype so you can have a quick conversation with them to ask them, what's going on in their life. What is it they're looking to do?
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, take care, guys, and make it a great day, and get these results in, guys. Have a great day. Bye.
So, thanks, Jern, for joining us. I know you have to be here for a short term. So, but, you want to be able to be telling the story of your journey. Everybody wants to see the journey that everybody's on. You look at some of the successful people that are out there. I'm not going to go through a list of names. You could look at the Empower guys. You can look at some of the coffee people, all the ones in the health and nutrition industry that are up there. Look at the public speakers out there. There's so many of them that are successful. I mean, I met so many when I was part of Empower Network there a couple of years ago. I met a lot of great people there. Okay, a lot of great minds. That's what literally changed the way that I thought as a marketer, that program. So I have David Wood and David Sharp and many other leaders like Alex Zubarev that was my sponsor and so forth in there. I thank those guys for the mental training that they put into my head. They mind cleansed me, okay, and got me to think differently. And then as I progressed, I met other people that were out there that helped me. I had Darren Little that helped me a little bit along the way. I had so many different mentors that did that. Val Smith, who was my original mentor way back in 2000. That everybody that I associated with all had an impact on everything that I did. Even with my new business partner in my other business, Daniel Butts. He has a lot to do. We've worked together so many times, and he's got a great mind. And for me to be able to work with that guy again and get the mind cleansing, because I'm constantly mind cleansing myself. you know. So you want to be in there and learning how to keep yourself focused, okay? So let's get back to the posting now. So you've done your morning post, okay? Now you're getting ready to do your IBK post. So you're going to be putting together that post topic for the day, okay? So you sit there, take 10 to 15 minutes. Think about what your day is going to be and write it up, and then always let people know that, you know, if you want to have the time freedom that I'm starting to develop for myself, you know, and, you know, if you had some of the success like Tom has had, you know, here I am, I just went through a mind cleanse with my mentor and took action and created a couple of sales in the last few days. You know, this is the path. My journey is now starting, okay? You know, Joanne has been in this thing, struggled a little bit. She's getting her mind around that. So, Joanne, you know, you'll talk about, you know, how you're going through a mind cleanse and filtering out all the yuck, which is the negative stuff, and getting yourself on a positive flow. Talk about that. Talk about what you're learning, because IBK allows us, guys like myself and Billy and Alicia and many of the other leaders out there, to share with you not only our successes, but, you know, the knowledge that we have in order for you to progress. Because everything that you write, okay, remember, everything that you write is what people are going to acknowledge, okay? You know, like when you do an ad, if you don't have a good subject line, you're not going to get a click on it. But if you have a good subject line, people are going to click on it. And then once they do that, you better have a great body to go along with it, okay? And that's something that's going to take time. That's why I tell everybody, like, you know, Tom and everybody else and John who's following me, you know, don't copy me. Look at what I do and take some of my content and shift it into whatever it is about you and use that and post it out. And do it on a daily basis. Make them follow you. I have people saying to me every day, Carl, I love the content. You know, every day everything is different. I get that from people that are following me on Hercules. Okay? People say, Hercules, oh, that's just a wasted safe list. I actually have a following off of there. I have people that actually follow my posts in there. I had one person that actually phoned me from Hercules and said, Carl, you haven't posted for a couple of days. What's going on? Well, that was when I went to the wedding. I didn't post on Hercules because I post pretty much every single day. What I tell you to do, I do. I don't just tell you to do it because I think you should. I do it because I do it. Anything that you see on my training that I provide anywhere, my training is like in the back office of IBK. Anything that's in there, I use all that. And I use it daily. You know, I talk about Fiverr in the back office there, about running some $5 Fiverr ads. I spent $30 on Fiverr yesterday. You know, sometimes I'll spend no money a month. Sometimes I'll go and spend $5, $10, $15. I don't spend much more. 30 was a lot for me. I normally spend about $20. But I found some really good key stuff on there that I thought, you know what, I'm going to give these guys a shot because I wanted to hit some social media stuff. So I go and I split test for $5 a crack. Why not? I'm not spending $100 a crack. Okay. So the thing is that you want to make that post. So now you've got your IBK poster running. It's got your poster. You got your pictures, and make sure that you have at least 3 to 4 pictures in your folder. Okay. You select one picture to show at a time. Okay. Intervals between 12 and 20 seconds. Okay, on your pictures, and make sure your folder that you put in there has 4 pictures, at least 4 pictures, okay, that are all different. And maybe I'll do a training on here on those pictures. I kind of did one on showing you how to make them with paint. I'll go over that maybe on a Hangout and show that a little bit more on that, because I'm really big into getting you guys to brand yourself. Anything you see of mine all has branding, okay? So now, what do you do after you started your software? Is that it? Are you done for the day? Tom, Joanne, are you done for the day after you run your poster?
No, because you're going to be following up with people, because almost instantaneously, Carl, I want to share with you on this, that people start responding, and it's very quick. As you're posting, people are responding as you're posting. I'm getting people sending information. I'm getting notifications instantly, and then I'm sending information, responding to them, and minimally, as you say, you want to go into sales. I said, please, go check out the site. Because when they start asking questions, I'm wondering, we are not to be salesmen, right? We're doing this minimally. So, what do you think?
Well, basically, when someone asks me, like, when I go to send info, what I will do is I go, look, here's the info. It's right here. Go through it, and then get back to me, okay? Also, by the way, add me to Skype. That's what my response is, okay? Here's the info. Go over it. Let me know what you think. By the way, add me to Skype. Also, friend me on Facebook, add me to Skype.
Well, that's part of the response, but the info, I know when they haven't checked out the info, when they just want me to explain everything. Now, that's not the position us to explain everything.
No.
If they don't go and look at your stuff, what are you going to do? Now you have to go through
Here's
all
what I tell them. Here's what I tell them, because I've had some people come back to me and say, you know what, I just want you to explain it. I said,
yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. I says, do you have an hour and a half? Okay? Because that's what it's going to take me to explain it to you. But you could go and watch an 8-minute video here that'll explain everything. Because if I'm going to explain it to you, I'm going to go into full detail on it. And by the time I'm done, I'm going to expect you now to buy it from me. Okay?
Right.
Because if you're going to take my time, you're damn well going to buy it from me at that point. So I says, I don't know how serious you are, but I'm looking for serious people to work with.
Right.
Okay? And I will go into that text chat, and I will do that. And this is what's going to weed out the serious people from the people who have, dented shoes from kicking tires. Okay?
Yeah, Carl, that's an important thing, because I'm getting quite a few of those people, and they tend to be from third world African countries. And they just want to, pick my brain and ask the questions. No. It's obviously they're not interested.
You stand your ground. You stand your ground. You say, look, this is where the information is.
Right.
If you're interested, you're going to go there and watch it. Otherwise, I can't help you.
Thank you, Carl.
Okay?
That's what I need to know.
Ground. You know what? Don't sit there and try to explain, because most people will talk themselves out of a sale at that point. Okay?
Right.
Send them to the site. If they don't have the time to go to the site, they're not interested in even buying from you in the first place. Okay? So end it there. It's done. Okay? Now, here's another thing that I don't think a lot of people are doing, and I get a lot of sales from this. Okay? What happens if somebody likes your picture or likes your post? What do? Do you do anything with that, or do you just...
No, Carl, I asked you that recently, and you sent me a post. It's an abbreviated something that you send them, and yeah, you do send them, and I've been following up on that, man. You've really been very helpful with that, and everybody should know what that is.
Okay, I'm gonna read out what it is that I do. I'm just gonna bring up the file here, so just give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna read out exactly what about, because I just cut and post this response.
I love that, Carl. Thank you very much.
So, yeah. Here's what I do. Anybody who likes, because you will get a lot of likes. Okay, a lot of people will like your stuff. So when somebody likes my stuff, you will see their names that are there because they like it. So you don't click on their names. You just highlight their names, and it'll drop down a box where you can message them. And I do a very simple thing. I cut and paste this in. Thank you for liking my post, and just in case you're interested, I thought I'd send you some info. And then here you go, my link. Have a great day. Okay? Just like that. For people who like. See, everybody just worries about the comments where people say, hey, please send info. Well, if they're liking your stuff, that's the same thing, except they just haven't asked for it. So, in a courteous fashion, I just go, hey, thanks for liking my post, and just in case you're interested, I thought I'd send you the information. So I send it to them. Have a great day. They're not going to be offended by that. In most cases, I have people coming back saying, oh, hey, thanks. I was going to ask and I didn't, so thank you for sending it. Right? So the likes are just as good as a comment, but you need to know how to respond to the likes. And so many people probably let those go by. Anytime I see a like, boom, baby, they're getting that information. Okay? And, and you know, some of them might say, oh, well, I'm already an IBK. I go, that's great, fantastic. You know, are you responding to people like this? You know, I put the thoughts in their head, right? So you always want to be positively responding to people. Now, if you get somebody who says, oh my God, IBK is a scam, how do you respond to that? And if they write it on your post, how do you respond to that? Anybody tell me?
In a post, I would you get rid of it. I delete it. You can do that. I hide it. Now, I've had people also post their own ads on my post, and I will either report them or send them a message, and you can do that also. You hide it, and then you send them a message or report them. So you can do that with any one of your people that you know that have posted negative stuff.
Okay, well, it all depends on what it is. If there's somebody that are posting like their own ads on yours, yes, hide that. Okay, but if somebody posts something like a negative feedback,
right?
Okay, such as IBK is a scam or something like that, this is how I respond, and I respond right on my post. Okay, I really appreciate your feedback. I know that you're quite knowledgeable, obviously, by this post. Thank you very much. Have a great day. And I never hear from them again. I never hear from them. You know what? You don't want to be aggressive back. You know? If anything, make them feel foolish. You know, write a really nice post to make them feel like, oh, I was a moron for writing that. Okay? But don't start a fight. Don't fuel the fire. Don't ever fuel the fire. Okay? And that's what too many people do, and the next thing you know, this is what will happen, and I can almost guarantee you. If you piss off somebody bad enough on Facebook, they'll report you, and next thing you know, you're going to go to log in, and you won't even have an account anymore. Okay? Because they'll report you. So be nice about things. Okay? If they're going to write something negative on your post about it, just say, hey, thanks, I really appreciate the feedback on that. Have a great day. Okay? You know, nothing bad can happen from that. And people are going to look at the way that you respond back, because this is how they're going to decide whether they want to do business with you too or not. If you get on there and start getting into a pissing match with somebody on there and start screaming back and forth at each other, anybody reading that's going to go, man, I am never going to work with that person. Okay? But if you're nice and they're nasty, they're going to say, man, I'm never going to work with that person. This guy was so nice responding back, and this guy was just a jackass. Right? So, you know, always be positive. You know, there's no room for negative in your life, folks. No room at all. Okay? Negative only brings apart bad things. Okay? So, you know, you heard karma, right? So if you're nice and stuff like that, I'm a big believer in karma. Okay? I've seen many things happen to me because of the way I've made a change in my attitude, my lifestyle, and everything. And it's just, you know what? The flow is incredible that happens. The more positive energy you bring amongst you, the bigger positive things are going to happen in your lifestyle. Okay? Believe it, don't believe it, totally up to you, whatever you want to do. But I can guarantee you this. Posting negative stuff is going to have people marking you as someone that they do not want to do business with, and they will let other people know not to do business with you. Okay? So that's how you respond to different posts in there. But the big thing I wanted to get on was the likes, because I know a lot of people just, you know, they see likes, and I've seen as many as 186 likes on a post, and it's like, man, you know, did you respond to any of those people? Right? So, you know what? When you get the likes, do that. Respond back to them. Any comments?
Yeah, Carl, and if I see a like and a comment, I'll do both. I'll respond to the like, and I'll respond to the comment and they'll get the link twice. But most of the time, is that I don't see the comment before I see the like, or vice versa. But yeah, I can't do too much with that. But yeah, I'll respond to the comment better if I see a like also.
Well, there you go. You see, and this is what's going to help increase your sales. Now, okay, so now we've done that. We've responded to likes and stuff like that. And you're going to do that throughout the day. Now, you've done your morning post. You've done your IBK post. You've got responses coming in. You're responding to those. Are you done for the day? What else are you going to do? Panel?
Post on your timeline.
Post on your timeline.
Oh, Carl, I wanted to mention something else that I've done, because with, like, say, John Smith, for example, comments, send me info on my posts. What I'll do, too, is I'll send him info, and then I'll go back to the comment that he made, and I'll say, hey, John Smith, and then his name will be highlighted, and he'll get a notification from Facebook, and I'll say, hey, I sent you a message, check your other box. Because sometimes you have this other box, some people don't know about it, but you click on your inbox and you'll see it says other. You click on that and you'll have messages in there, so make sure you check that and make sure you let other people know when you send them a message, because they might go in there, and I don't really understand that, but that's just the way Facebook works.
Yeah, you know what? I don't understand that either, and you beat me to the punch, because that was the next thing I was going to talk about. So, you know, the one thing you want to do when you're responding is, like Joanne said, I never put my link, well, I shouldn't say I never, I rarely put my link information in my posts. What I do is I private message everybody, okay? Like, sometimes they'll go back, and I do it just like Joanne said. I'll go, hey, so-and-so, I'll write their name in so it comes up, and I click on that, and I go, I just PM'd you the info. So it's on the post, and they're being notified that it's into their private mail. That's what Joanne came across. So you kind of beat me to the punch here. Good for you.
Yeah, Carl, I want to add something to that. I'll put it on after my post. If someone asks for information, I sent them the information. I will then put a general response, in the comments, saying please check your other folder for the information. This way, anyone else who sees it will also think, oh, I have to check my other if they ask for information, rather than responding to everybody by saying go to your other. They see it generally at least one time. I'll put it underneath my in the comments, so this way they know.
That's a good thing. I never thought to do that. I know Joanne just mentioned that too, so I've never thought. So I think I'm going to start doing that too, because I don't know how many people are not checking that folder. I know it was funny. I think I mentioned this before. I knew nothing about this other folder, right?
Oh yeah, you did. That's why
my wife started that. She showed me this thing here, and I went in there, and I had 187 people in my other folder. And I had no idea what the other folder was. Right. And when I clicked on it, please send me info, please send me info, please send me info, please send. Back 4 months.
Wow. Right? Yeah.
Back 4 months. Okay, so you want to make sure that you do that. You get on that.
I just want to make a quick comment with responding to messages on people when they comment. For me, it totally depends on how many people message. Like, if 30 people post a comment, I don't want to, do the click on the name. So, Tom, what you said about just sending a general message. But if there's only 1 or 2 people, then yeah, of course, just put their name, and because some people, like, they'll look for the notification and they might not check it. So that's what I have to say about that.
Okay, so what are you saying? You're saying, like, if you had 30 people comment off the same thing there, what are you going to do? You're going to put a general thing with your link in here? Is that what you're saying you're going to do?
No. So, like, say I post a message in a group and 30 people respond to it about sending info or whatever. Right. Then, yeah, of course, like, message those people. And then what Tom said about just posting in general, like, hey, I sent messages to everybody, check your other folder. Or, like, another thing, like what I said about if there's only 1 or 2 people making a comment, because, sometimes that's what happens. Say, like, John Smith or Mary Jo or whoever, then I just click on their name so they would get a notification. It all depends on how active the post is too. So I think both are very good ideas.
you want to be able to engage any way you possibly can with everybody, okay? And always make sure that you're getting your information back to them. And again, you should be posting, once you've done your good morning post and you've done your IBK software, you should be posting at least 2 to 3 times more that day on your timeline, okay? Right. Now, some people say, well, my timeline is for my friends. Well, here's where you have to make a decision. If you're not making any money, you have to decide, do you want to make money or not? Here's what I've done personally. Whether you want to do it or not, it's up to you. But there's a few options you have with Facebook. You can create your own group with Facebook, your own group of contact group, where you can put all your contacts in there and just select that group when you go to do your post, because it defaults to public, right? So you have to remember to go up there and select the group and all the people that are in it, and then it'll just send it to those people. You can do that. How many people are going to remember to do that? Probably less than 1%. I know I would never. So here's the alternative, what I did. I contacted all my friends and family and said, I'm now using my Facebook for business. Here's the options that you have. Okay? You can turn off notifications from me. You can unfollow me. Or you can terminate me as a friend. Those are the 3 options you have. But regardless, I'm posting my business on my timeline, and you're going to see it. So I'll leave it up to you. And that's what I left up to everybody. So what did they do? They're all my friends still. They just turned off notifications or just clicked the unfollow, and that was it. We're still friends. We can still communicate with each other and do whatever we want. It's just my stuff doesn't go on their timeline. Okay? That's the thing. Is it a big deal? I don't think so. It's a big deal if you make it a big deal. Okay? So those are the options that you have. But you know what? I'm here to build a business online. I will do what I need to do to build a business. And my family and my friends and that, I give them the options at that point. So you have to determine what you want to do to make money. If you're not making any money because you're scared to go on your timeline and stuff like that, I don't know. It's up to you. I've actually had 2 of my friends join me in IBK because they saw me making the great money from home and they were struggling with making money in their jobs. So now they're doing it and making, a sale here and there. Okay? So, you have to decide. You have to make a mental decision. It's business. And you have to think that way, and you have to let everybody know it's just business. Okay? So,
Carl, I have a
anything you want to add to that, Tom?
Yeah, I do. I want to add the question that, okay, the posting twice. Now you're saying 200 groups or thereabouts. I mean, I do about 125 per post. We have about 500 groups so far. Now I do 125 in the morning and 125 in the afternoon. Now, if I do it in the afternoon, then I leave to go to work and let the poster work. If I don't respond instantly because I'm out of the house, is that going to be a problem as far as the response is concerned?
No.
Or?
No. I've gotten back to people a couple of days later.
Okay.
And they've, I've just said, what, things got in the way. Sorry about the late response. Here's the information. Hope you're still interested.
Okay.
And a lot of times, they go, well, thanks for responding. All about that. I forgot I asked you about this and blah, blah, blah. So, you get that. As you know what, you can respond back. Just try not to make it too long before you do it, right?
No.
I mean, I let it go a couple of days, and that might be a little bit too long. But the point is, you do not want to be over-submitting either. You don't want to get Facebook upset. You don't want to get group people upset or anything like that. Doing what you're doing a day, that's okay to do that, okay? You're staying within the timeline. You're stretching out your intervals and stuff like that, so you're good with that.
Right.
The other thing that you want to do, now you've done that with Facebook, okay? Does it stop at Facebook? Okay? No, it doesn't stop at Facebook.
Can I just say something here, Carl? I've posted on LinkedIn and Google+. I've gotten lots of engagement from Google+, and also Pinterest. And I recently started posting on Instagram. So but Instagram I started on the weekend, so I'm still, getting the ball rolling there. So be interesting to see what happens.
Well, I'm still getting used to understanding how Instagram works. I don't really know how it works that well. I do it on Pinterest. Like every time I do, like this video here, when it's done, this Hangout, that will go up on my Instagram or on my my Pinterest. Okay, I should probably do it on Instagram. I got to figure out how that all works. Okay, still trying to figure that out. But I'm an old guy, so it takes time. So,
but it automatically goes to Google Plus. Google Plus automatically picks it up.
Oh yeah. So and that sends it out, like, you know, Google Plus will send out my stuff to Twitter and all that kind of stuff too. And you know, again, I don't even know how to use Twitter much. I just post on there, and I do get engagement, and how that works, I have no idea, but it's cool, right? So, and I got someone else who's going to teach me how to use Twitter a little bit more. So I'm looking forward to that a little bit. But you know, you want to be posting. I post on LinkedIn. Okay, I've made a lot of sales off LinkedIn, because for those of you that don't know what LinkedIn is or haven't used LinkedIn, LinkedIn is the Facebook of business. Okay, I have probably 9,000 followers on LinkedIn versus 1,400 on Facebook. Okay, and all the people on LinkedIn are all business people. Everywhere from just the average person that works a job all the way to CEOs, company owners, all that kind of stuff. That's why I'm connected to on LinkedIn. That's where you really want to infiltrate. And here's some news. We have a LinkedIn posting software coming soon to IBK. Okay, that's something to be excited about. I know I'm stoked. I'm actually using a beta copy right now.
Sounds great, Carl. A lot of different social media is going to be involved with the new IBK.
But you know what? Billy's working on them one step at a time. You know, there's a lot of stuff that's coming that I can't say. You know, he's told me in confidence a lot of stuff that's coming. Let's just say that IBK, you think IBK is big now? Wait. Okay, you ain't seen nothing yet. Billy has got some incredible ideas of what he's going to do with IBK. I'm stoked about it. I mean, I'm a lifer with IBK. I ain't going nowhere. Even though I have another business that I'm doing, it's almost mandatory to have IBK with me in my other business, okay? Because I use IBK to build my businesses, and it's an absolute must to have this. And once you all learn, like Jaron, you know, he uses IBK to do you know, affiliate products and stuff. I mean, he's made, I think, almost $1,000 in affiliate sales using the IBK software. Okay, it can be used for anything. People aren't using it to its maximum potential. I've made about $700 off of affiliate sales with the IBK software myself, selling different products off of like JVZoo and stuff. Okay, and I did one CPA offer that did very, very well. Right, so you can use it for anything. You just got to be open-minded enough to expand yourself to do it. So post on LinkedIn. You know, you post on your, I guess it would be called a timeline on LinkedIn. You know, you post on your timeline on Google Plus, Pinterest. You know, get an account there, create a pin, go and start posting your pictures in there, and below them a brief description of that. You will see a ton of my pictures on Pinterest, each with a different description below. Some will have links, some will have just ask for info, whatever. You know, you've got to be taking advantage of everything that's out there. If you're not, you're missing the boat. Okay? I explain a lot of that on my training that's in the back office. Whether people go through it or not, I have no idea, but it's there. Okay? You two know, because I have sponsored both of you guys into IBK here, you both know that I follow my own directions to the T. Okay? And that's why I've made the money I have. You know? I'm a very aggressive marketer. I always will be. Okay? And I don't take no for an answer. I don't allow anything to deter me from anything. You know, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse with this, but you know, I've heard a lot from the Facebook groups and stuff like that of people saying, well, the software's not working for me for that. So what? So it's not working for you today. You know, the issue, I will guarantee you, is not the software. Okay? It's going to be 99% of the time your antivirus software or something similar to that that's interfering with you running your software on the internet, or it's your internet. Okay? But if it's not working, do it manually. And don't go, oh, I'm going to do it manually. Don't do that.
Oh,
Okay?
Carl, I just want to mention one thing. I found that with my software, with running the IBK poster, I can't have too many things open on my computer. The most I might have is like I might have my browser open. I use Chrome, and I might be checking my email or something. But that's about it, because if I have too many applications running on my computer, it freezes and my computer stops working.
Well,
so
and you know
that
what?
might be an
That
issue.
has to do, and that's a good point, because you know I had that issue. I had that issue because I just replaced my computer. I got a brand new computer now, so I just replaced that. But that's a good point. A lot of times, also, because the software does take up resources, and using it with Facebook, it's going to take probably 3/4 of your memory. So when you run it, shut down everything. Shut everything down. Just let the software do what it needs to do, and then after that, go ahead and go about your day. You know, if you excuse me, I got the hiccups. If you select, let's say, between 12 and 15 seconds or 16 seconds, you're looking at about just over an hour for it to run through about 140, 150 posts. Okay? So what are you going to do for that hour? I don't know. Go play video games. Go for a walk. Go watch Oprah or something. Go do something. You know? Do the laundry. Sweep the floor. Go for a walk. Go fishing for an hour. I don't care. You know, there's lots you can do. That's an hour that you're still working. It's working for you, and now it's giving you an hour to do whatever you want. Why? Because you can. Okay?
And also stop it from going into sleep mode. Tamara said that you can stop your computer from going into sleep mode, because sometimes your software will stop if you're in sleep mode. So
it does do that, and mostly on laptops. Okay, I had that issue with my laptop that it was doing that all the time. So you have to disengage the sleep mode. You know, it's only natural things like that. I didn't think about that. So yes, sleep mode is very important. Make sure it doesn't go into sleep mode, and allows your software just to run. And then just go and enjoy your day for that little bit of time, and then come back, do a 3-minute post on your timeline, and then go and do it on LinkedIn, and then go and do it on the other ones, and then go off for another hour or so and do whatever. You know, I tell everybody, I don't work a whole day. Tom knows this. Joanne knows this. What do I do every afternoon, Tom and Joanne? What do I do? Almost religiously. What do I do?
You said you play video games on
I
your...
play my video game. Why? Because
you can.
Okay? And I went out and I just bought Batman the other day. So I'm going to be playing Batman today. Okay? Because I'm a kid in an old body. That's all that it is. Okay? It's that simple. I will play video games till I'm 100 years old. Okay? Because I love them. But I will do them because I can.
Carl, I just want to let you know and remind you that Pixels is coming out, I think, tomorrow or the next day. So I think you're going to want to see that film.
Well, I will. We already are. Listen, Reen and I are going to Minions tonight.
I saw Minions. It's all right. It's not great, but if you like Minions...
You know what? We're going to go and see it because I like the little yellow character guys. I think those guys are cool. Yeah. So we're going to go to that tonight, you know, and then, you know, at the end of the month, we're going to go to see the new Tom Cruise movie. What is that again?
Oh, yeah, Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible 5, 6, 7, whatever one it is.
Right, great.
You know, and do you know why I can do that? Because I can.
There you go.
Okay? And it's all because I have a mental, focused, positive attitude to everything that I do every day. And believe me, when that happens to you, you guys are going to make so much money. I can hardly wait to meet all you guys someplace. You know, at some point in time, you know, we're going to cross paths. I mean, I've already met Joanne a few times in person. We're going to meet again here not too long. I mean, you know, I'm fortunate she lives in Edmonton where I live. You know, Tom, I am going to be going to New York sometime next year, so I will be hooking up with you in New York. Just not sure if we're going to go down there for Christmas or what the heck we're going to do, but I am going to go to New York. I always wanted to go there. I'm going to Chicago next year as well. You know, probably going to hit New Orleans and Vegas. You know, we're going to do a lot of stuff. I'm going to Hawaii. You know, why? Because I can. You know? And it's not that I'm trying to brag about this. It's just, you know what? if anybody knew where I was last year, and I'll share that on here because I'm not scared to share where I was last year. You know, let's start 3 years ago, okay? 3 years ago, I had probably one of my best years ever online, okay? You know, I had a couple of $30,000 consecutive months, a $20,000, a $10,000. I made a lot of money 3 years ago, right? Then the year after that, I made about half that, right? And then everything fell apart on me. It completely disintegrated. And last year, my entire income for the whole year was $6,700. $6,700. Now divide that by 12. Okay? That was a devastating year. Okay? That close to being homeless. That close. Okay? You know, this year I made another mental change. I had to do a serious mind cleanse because I was in a funk last year. I couldn't turn things around if I wanted to. It was just, I had to go through a complete mind cleanse. So I shut down and went offline for a complete week. People didn't even know where the hell I was. Some people thought I was dead, okay, because I'm so religiously online all the time. They wonder what the hell happened to this guy. He didn't say he was going on holidays. I just shut down for an entire week, and I had to figure out what the hell I was going to do with my life, okay? And that's when I left the problems of a few programs I was in that completely collapsed on me and just absolutely put me into a downward tailspin. I have to walk away, okay? And I had to make a decision. I was trying to save a sinking ship, and I couldn't do it, okay? It cost me a lot. It cost me big hits to my reputation. It cost me my entire downline. Half of them won't speak to me anymore, okay? Was it my fault? No. Why don't they speak to me? Because I brought them into a program that went in that sunk. And they said I should have known better. No one ever knows what's going to happen. Okay? Always know that. You will never ever know what's going to happen in any business you're in. I mean, look at all the big, huge conglomerates that were out there that filed for bankruptcy in the last couple of years. Companies that were 70 years old, you never would have thought they would have done that. Filed for bankruptcy. You know, I have a lot of people that say, you know, this is a startup. It can't be any good. Well, let me tell you, whatever business you're in right now, Herbalife, that was a startup at one time, right? Shackley, that was a startup at one time. You don't know what the longevity of any company is going to be, okay? Facebook, did anybody ever think Facebook was going to be $1 billion company? A couple of high school kids or university kids sitting there in a dorm room trying to figure out how they can pick up women, and they created the software to do that, and what did it turn into? Right? Who would have thought? Right? That was a startup.
Amazon.
Amazon? Microsoft? Google? Who would have thought? So, IBK, does it have a future? I sure as hell think so. You know, a lot of people look at it, well, it's just a software, it can never last. Well, I don't know, Microsoft was just a software when it started. Look where it is now. That was just the software. You see, we have something really special at IBK. We have a custom-built software that nobody else has. This is not a poster like every other poster that's out there. This is a non-API-based software where everything out there is API-based. And if you don't understand what that is, an API-based software is something that integrates with the software. So the owners of the software, such as Facebook, knows that that's being integrated into it, so they know it's a software. We're not API-based. So when we start our software and we log in, it's like a human being logged in. They have no idea if that's a software interface or not. Okay? That's huge. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. Okay? Will this last? Well, the things that I know is going to happen, oh yeah, this is going to be around for a long time. It's actually going to be probably a name that everybody's going to want to associate with whatever business they're doing. This is going to be the key tool to be going out and getting it, because this is one that goes and finds your people, your leads, your sales. You know, everybody says, oh, I need traffic. Get IBK. That's your traffic tool right there. I need leads. Get IBK. That's your leads tool.
Carl, it's not just the software, but it's a vision that Billy has, and is continuing to have, to make this into the biggest social marketing suite on the planet.
Yeah.
And that's what people need to understand about it.
Well, that's what it is, you know. And I've talked to Billy many times. I've done a lot of things with Billy in the past too. And you know what? This is a guy who's genuine, just like the guy that I'm doing my other business with. He's genuine. I mean, this guy here has built, you know, $1 million companies that I'm working with right now in the other company. And will IBK be $1 million company? I think so. I think it will be. You know, we're building this. It's becoming. I don't know how to explain IBK. You know, it's just got this aura around it where it just attracts people. Okay, and that's what you want to have. That's kind of like what Facebook did for all the people in the, you know, all the students in that in there. It just attracted them to Facebook, and that's kind of what's happening with IBK. We're attracting people to us because of what we offer. Okay, we're offering a way for you to communicate and connect with thousands and thousands of people, right? So, you know, I'm not going to let this thing go on for too much longer. I think we covered everything. I just want to let everybody know that the 1 hour workday is about an hour a day when you look at everything that you've got to post in, okay? You know, your morning post, the poster itself, the follow-up. The follow-up, you don't sit at your computer all day. You just go in there, you check your messages like Joanne says, and you just respond. Boom, 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 boom. Have a cut. You know, have a pre-made response. You know, all my responses are all pre-made. I copy and I paste the same stuff all the time. It helps me get through everything very, very quickly. Okay, and then I tell them to get on Skype, and then my Skype lights up every day. I have new people being added. My Facebook, anywhere from 10 to 40 people a day are friending me on Facebook. Okay, it's crazy. And this is what's going to happen to you. And these people friending you are all people that want to do business with you, in most cases. Some of them want to have your baby. I don't know, but you know, you're going to find, you know, the majority of them are business related. You're going to find some, like I said, you know, that just, I'm looking for a good man, or I'm looking for a good woman, or some, you know, whatever. That is, you know, the first thing, and this is what I want you to do with those too. Okay. Before I confirm anybody on my list, I click on their name and I write them a message, and the first thing I write in there, I go, is this business related? Okay? And many of them are going to go, no, I just want to be your friend. And that's when I go, delete request, block. Because I don't need any of those people communicating with me. I block them all. Okay? That's their problem. If they can't find a lava life or something like that online, you know, bother somebody else, don't bother me. And you just block them, okay?
Oh, you do that with all friend requests, Carl? Because I get a lot of friend requests now.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I don't even want to tell you.
Yeah, well, that's what I know. Tamara
mentioned that. Like I said, always text them a message saying, is this business related? Okay?
Thank you, Carl. All right.
Make it standard. I tell everybody, I use Facebook for business only. If it's not business related, sorry, not interested in the friend request.
Well, that's
simple. I lay it on the line. I'm not scared. I'm transparent, man. You're going to get it. Like me, don't like me, that's how I am. Right?
Well, the other thing is that a lot of people start off, they say hello. You know, that hello thing?
Yeah.
And then you say, then you block them and say, is this business related? And if they say no, bam, blocked.
Gone. If they don't respond, I just delete the request. And if they come back to me again and they do the same thing and I ask them the same question, they don't, then I block them.
Great. Thank you, Carl. That's an important information there.
Okay. So, you know, people say, well, why do you block? Why do I want these people harassing me all the time? That's why I block them.
Right.
I don't need that. You don't need that.
Right.
You know what? unless you're looking for love in all the wrong places, I don't know. But it's up to you, whatever you want to do. That's not me. I'm happy with the relationship I'm in with. So
I don't need a Nigerian woman. I'm fine, or whatever. You know.
To each his own. I'm not going to comment on that. I think everybody's got the gist of it.
You know.
If that's what you're looking for, then good for you. But that's not what I'm looking for, and that's I'm just telling you how to deal with it. Is this business related? If they don't answer or whatever, delete request and block. Okay, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. It won't come across your Facebook anymore. Okay, so you gotta be a little thick-skinned too in some instances. Don't get upset with people. You're gonna find those people. They're gonna be there by the millions out there. You're gonna get these text messages. That's all a part of doing business or posting on Facebook. You're gonna get it. So just what? Don't get upset with it. Just write, is this business related? No, block. You're done. What does it take? 30 seconds, right? It's done. Just don't confirm anybody until you get them to confirm with you if it's business related. Okay? It's that simple.
Right.
Because the moment you confirm them, then you've just caused the trouble to start coming in. Okay? You can stop that before confirming anybody.
Right.
Okay. I think we're going to wrap this up. We've gone an hour and a half, and I'm doing another hangout here in about 30 minutes.
Carl, I just want to say one thing quickly, because we're talking about like the 1 hour workday with IBK, and I know a lot of people have full-time job and family. I have 2 kids under 5, and life can get hectic. But what I would say to those people in that situation who want to do this is this: take time, schedule it into your day, and make sure you do it like every day. So in the morning, do you get up at 6, for example? Do you do your morning post? It takes you 5 minutes. Run your software. Then go about your day, get your kids' lunches ready, whatever, and then, like, a lot of people have a smartphone. You can make more posts on your smartphone at your lunch break. And then when you come home from work around, I don't know, 6, 7, or 8 o'clock, whatever, and then make another post. And, seriously, it takes 5. Last year, I had a full-time job and a family, and I was doing my business. And it takes 5, 10, 15 minutes. Message people, talk to people, and that's, just work it into your day and just keep with it and stick with it.
There you go. Thanks for that. And that's exactly right. Work it into your day. Because we have some people do shift work and stuff like that. Work it according to your day. Because got to remember, there's always somebody on Facebook 24 hours a day. Okay? Not everybody works from 5 or from 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock Eastern Standard, Central Standard, Mountain Standard, Pacific Standard. They are working around the clock in different time zones. So it doesn't matter when your posts are out there, but you need to get the posts out. Repetition is crucial. Okay? McDonald's doesn't sell the billion burgers that they've sold making 1 advertisement a month. Walmart doesn't make the money that they make making 1 advertisement a month. Okay? Yeah, I use Giants. I could use the corner store. I could use anything. You don't make any money if you can't let anybody know you're in business. It's that simple. Be consistent every single day, and you'll get what you want. Thanks again, panelists, for everything. Have a great day, and we'll be back here next week on Wednesday.
Great.
Thanks for listening. Bye now.